Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to archive any of your favorite music. Mine would probably be Kevin MacLeod. Um, Using a program, a Python program called SpotDL. They have a very in-depth and good written installation guide, but some people don't follow written guides very well. I'm not going to be showing you how to use the web UI. I've had very specific problems with it recently, and I'd rather wait until it's been further developed before I use it or even show anyone how to make it or run it. So I'll be showing you how to use the command prompt version. You can run it on any terminal that you want to use. I was just archiving music, so. But they say that you need Visual C++ 2019. I'll link that below. Odds are you're on a 64-bit system. I feel like if you're on a 32-bit, you'd probably know. You just install it and run it whenever it opens. Big read or whatever they ask you. And you're done. It's that simple. Next, it being a Python program, you must have Python installed. And given that it uses FFmpeg to generate the MP3 files and apply metadata, you're going to have to use Python version 3.11. As far as I know, 3.12 does not have support, but that shouldn't be a problem. Like I said before, if you're on a 32-bit, I feel like you'd know. Just go ahead and download the installer. Since I already have 3.11 installed, it's not going to show up for me, but in the bottom left of this window, it'll say install to path, and path will be in all capital letters. Make sure you do that, or you will not be able to run SpotDL or likely a lot of other Python programs unless they're isolated. So now that you've got the two things you need to run this entire program, you're going to open up your terminal. Okay, so you open up your terminal. You'll do pip install SpotDL. I already have it installed, so it will not. They won't reinstall it. For you, this process might take a couple minutes. It shouldn't be too long. From there, if you try to do SpotDL and then you paste in any link to an album or an artist, in this case, I'm not going to be doing Kevin MacLeod's entire discography, given that it's over 1,000 songs. But we can do something. Maybe we'll just do Sneaky Snitch. I think that's a good idea. Right? If I were to do SpotDL and paste in this link, it would give me an error saying that I don't have FFmpeg installed. You may have FFmpeg installed already. There are some programs like Delay for recording Counter-Strike that automatically installs it system-wide, so you may not have to worry about this at all. But there are other ways of installing it given to the actual directory. In this case, there's this program right here, SpotDL download FFmpeg. So we'll do SpotDL --download FFmpeg. And I'll leave this command in the description below. But I already have it installed, so I do not want to overwrite it, so I'm not going to. I also want to give an insight on how you can make your time archiving music a little bit easier. So, say you have a folder with all of your music. Normally, when you run the program after just opening your command prompt, it's going to put your music in this folder right here. And for a lot of people that may not be right. You don't want that there or whatever. I don't like it being there. I like to have my music on a separate hard drive, on a separate folder. So what you can do is you'll do cd, which means change directory. And then given that it's on a different drive, in this case the D drive, we'll do /d quotes because there's spaces in this directory right here. So we'll copy this directory, we'll paste it in, then we'll hit enter. And now any music that I install, the SpotDL, is going to install into this base folder. You can then use another command called mkdir, which is make directory. And then you can name it whatever you want. If you have spaces in the folder name, you should use quotation marks so it knows to not make multiple folders with the spaces. In this case, we'll do Kevin MacLeod, right? Okay, so now if we go, we'll see we have a folder, Kevin MacLeod. You do the same as before, but now instead in these quotations, we'll do Kevin MacLeod. Alternatively, you could have just made this folder and then done the same thing, it's whatever. But when you get to like doing artists that have multiple albums, you can create a easier workflow in making the folders by doing like mkdir and then do like into the river or into the river Thames, right? And then you separate that, the closed quotations, and then you open it up again, and do laughs, last laughed, right? And so on. Instead of manually having to right click, make a folder, right click, make a folder. A lot of people don't like doing that, and I don't blame them. So we'll go to Kevin MacLeod. There he is. And in this case, we already have it open in the terminal. We're going to do Sneaky Snitch. So Sneaky Snitch is a part of Robotic Party. So we'll do mkdir quotations Robotic Party, right? And then close it. And now we have a folder made. And we'll do SpotDL. And then we will copy the song link, paste it in. This can take a while, depending on the speed of your system and how many songs are attached to this link. If you did an album or an entire discography, it could be a lot slower. So in this case, now we have Sneaky Snitch. And if you refresh, you'll notice that we can have albums. When you have a lot of songs, you can sort by album. And then you can just highlight all of them and set album and drag them into the corresponding folder. As you can see, all the metadata is correct. They even tell you where they got the song, like where they got it from YouTube, the link, the year, everything. You just drag it in, and then you go to whatever music player you use. I use MusicBee. A lot of people use Foobar as well. And anyone who's on Linux, I'm sorry, everything sucks for music library managers, at least comparatively. And then Kevin MacLeod. Got Sneaky Snitch right here. Sneaky Snitch, and I hope you can get to archiving music. Also, support your artists. It's important. Everybody has a Bandcamp or something. If you want to archive their music, you should still support them. Love you all, and GG. See ya.